Yeah, y'all. Y'all notifications ain't fooling y'all. I'm really back. I'm really back. Yeah, I, it's me. Yeah, I'm.
Y'all, I can't even do a video because this right here, which y'all just inboxed me, y'all. Oh my God, this is crazy. This is, this has to be some sick joke. There are, there is parents that just came forward and alleged that they had two children in the care, two boys in the care of Jacqueline and Trezell West, and they have been missing for years. This just broke. This just broke. So I'm going to play it for you guys here so you guys can watch it yourselves. But at this point, you can't even make this up. You really cannot. This is sick. This is sick. And this is breaking news, y'all. Let me share my screen. I don't know what's going on.
Meantime,
Okay, there we go. 1 second, y'all.
the case of Orrin and Orson West has prompted the birth mother of two unrelated children in Kern County's foster care system to step forward with concerns of her own. 17's Robert Price spoke to the parents of two other boys who they say are lost in the system.
With the adoptive parents of young Orrin and Orson West now accused of their murder, another set of parents whose children were put in the care of the same people are asking, what about their sons? Virginia Williams says she has not seen her sons, Guillermo and Eleuterio Parra, ages 8 and 10, for 5 years. And at some point, she says, they were placed in the foster care of Trezell and Jacqueline West. That's the couple charged Wednesday in the alleged murders of Orrin and Orson, ages 4 and 3, after more than a year of investigation that included combing the desert around the West's home in California City. By that time, DA Cynthia Zimmer says Orrin and Orson had already been dead for 3 months, which leaves Virginia Williams in anguish. Where are her boys? She and Israel Munoz, the boy's stepfather, say Kern County Child Protective Services isn't giving them any answers.
We don't know where they are. I'm asking for proof of life.
Proof of life, a phrase usually associated with kidnapping. Williams says a court official told her in confidence that her son's initial foster care placement was with Trezell and Jacqueline West, and that scares her.
Been there 6 years now. They were adopted all out in 2018 to the West. And then from there, I've seen and heard nothing from them.
Kern County Human Services tells 17 News they can't comment on any aspect of Williams' story. Munoz says the whole system is unfair.
It's breathtaking, but that's how CPS does things. CPS will come in your house, they break up families that don't need to be broken up.
Yeah.
And then they give these kids away like they're puppies. I mean, where's our constitutional rights?
Williams says the situation is part of a bigger issue, helplessness born of multi-generational incarceration. She says she was raised as a ward of the Los Angeles County court system from the age of 2. She has been to prison herself, and she says one of her sons, raised largely in foster care, has developmental issues that she fears will impact his life. And the chain continues.
My father and my mother went to jail for prison for murder. And I've lived with my grandma. Being that I am awarded to the court, every child that I have, by law, they have the right to take. Because I am a state baby. And this is the flaw that we should fix today. Because just because we are victims and we had no mothers, that should not hold above our head.
Guillermo and Eleuterio Parra, where are you? It's a simple question their birth mother would like an answer to. In Bakersfield, Robert Price, 17.
This is crazy. So, no. Okay, so from what I got from this was now, from my understanding, when you have children in foster care, you don't necessarily know who they are placed with at all times. She says in this news clip that she was told in confidence that her children were in the home of Jacqueline and Trezell West allegedly. We cannot confirm that, nor will CPS or whoever is over that tell them where their children is. Like, she doesn't have any access. And the crazy thing is, if she nor CPS has heard from them and they were with Jacqueline and Trezell West, are they okay? Like this right here. And I told you guys I wanted to look into detail about the Orrin and Orson and why they was removed. But after hearing this, I'm starting to get even more confused. I was already looking that up, and then someone sent me this video like, so allegedly this new mom and dad is coming forward saying that they're worried for their children's safety because they were in this home. I don't understand the system out there. I really don't. I am honestly confused. And I know every state is different. I know like CPS, DCFS, like those systems are really hard because you can hear one story from someone, then you can hear completely different. But I cannot believe that these people really are getting their kids taken and not being told anything, like no plans. Did they fail on their parenting plans? Like, what is this? And again, are y'all telling me that Trezell and Jacqueline West are doing stuff to kids? Like, more than just Orrin and Orson? Because that's what it's sounding like. Amanda, you are late, but I just played a news clip. I'm going to share it on my community tab where a mother and father is coming forward saying that they're in fear for their children's safety because they have not heard from their kids in years, and they were placed in the same home with Jacqueline and Trezell West. Like, this is crazy, you guys. Y'all know I never go on live and do this stuff, but this is scary. Yes, you have it right there. They do not be screening these people right. And it's just scary to know that you guys have the right to tell someone, like, you're not fit to be a parent, and no, I'm not going to ever tell you where your kids are. And if they allegedly were indeed in this home, can we check on them? When's the last time? Because I don't believe that these are the same kids that were already in the foster care that was removed, at the time that Orrin and Orson went missing. I could be wrong. I really could. I read the comments on the video. Let me just share it actually, so we can go over the comments together because this is scary. Let me share my screen. I've never heard enough stuff like this. I mean, is this like they do this everywhere? Because I've never. Yeah, so apparently they're missing. Let me see what else anyone is saying. Human Services can't divulge whereabouts, but the parents can file a missing persons complaint, which will have to be answered by the police. And like y'all heard in the news clip, the mother is asking for proof of them being alive. Like, she is saying, I need to know that they are alive, which usually is common when children are abducted. So the fact that she needs to know that proof they're alive, then these cannot be the same children that was removed from the West home. This cannot be the same children from what I'm gathering. I could be wrong because this is still developing, but she doesn't even think that her children are alive because it's been that long. Amanda says, so if the other kids in question were adopted, the biological parents would have never had permission to check on them and would have never known they were missing. Yeah. So with Orrin and Orson, that is one of the alleged things that allegedly made Jacqueline and Trezell start the whole rumor about the boys being missing, because the mom was pressuring to send the kids gifts, even though they could have just told her no and there would have been nothing she could do because they were adopted. But that is one of the stories the mom has said numerous times, that she was pressuring, she was really reaching out, trying to give them gifts, and she was trying to give them birthday gifts as well. And, she didn't. And then next minute, they never got back with her. And next minute, now they're missing. So that was the story for that. But for these two people, and I'm going to look I'm gonna dig some more into this to see the claims, but this is really crazy. Somebody in the comments said, "What is going on with the foster care and foster to adopt system in California? Why are so many babies slash kiddos being sold off? That also needs to be investigated." I agree. Like, and I know California is really big, so I can only imagine how bad their system is because they are literally huge out there. But that's really strange to me. I've never heard of stuff like this ever. I'm trying to see if anybody said anything in the comments. This is usually how I start going down rabbit holes. I go through comments, I see what anybody has to say. I cannot stand, and this could just be me, but I really cannot stand people who are so insensitive. Like, you weren't fit to be a mother, so it doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, granted, these people are unfit. That's hence why the children are removed from the home. But that does not excuse people who are in these positions, such as foster care parents and adoptive parents, to literally abuse them and hurt them and mistreat them. That is not justice. That is not putting them in safety. So you absolutely need to be investigating and vetting these people that you are taking or that you are allowing to watch what we would call broken children, essentially. Like, these children are leaving from one toxic place and you guys are unknowingly or carelessly putting them in more danger. I don't get it. Like, yeah, the mom could be on TV crying right now because she hasn't heard from her children, but it's all her fault because she was neglectful and unfit. But that, at the end of the day, we're still looking for the kids. Like, this is why I cannot do children's stories, because I get so upset. I don't care what the unfit mom did. The fact of the matter, I hold the foster care parents and the adoptive parents to an even higher standard because they know their position, they know what they're getting themselves into. Where are these kids? I don't know. From my understanding, it was never an open adoption. From my understanding, they never wanted the kids to be adopted or anything. They made it seem like it was all against their will, but I'm not too sure, Tracy. I'm gonna look into it. I'm born and raised in California, and my grandma raised foster kids my whole life, and it's never been like this before. The foster kids were in contact with their parents. I know someone who got her child put in, a temporary living situation with foster care, and she was definitely in touch with the foster mom and her daughter, and they had like a parenting plan, and she had to be on the right track to get her daughter back. And her daughter was temporarily removed from the home due to, her abusive boyfriend coming and doing, ill to her, not even to the daughter, but the daughter, of course, had to be removed while she got her life together. But I remember her vividly saying how she was in contact with her daughter and how she couldn't stand the foster care lady because the foster care lady wouldn't dress her right, just like, real little things. But she was well aware of who they were. But this was LA, so every county and city is way different. Yeah, we have to definitely look into this, but I really wanted to come on live just to tell y'all, like, what just dropped in my inbox. And I wasn't even going to click it because I was tired, and I just clicked it because the title literally is Another Birth Mother's asking about sons allegedly placed with West. And I was like, what? And it already has almost 3,000 views from this news station. The kids were definitely failed. But both of these sets of parents said that their children were improperly rehomed. Yes. So we don't know what made them take these children. And that's what stood out to me too. Both of these people are saying that they were improperly rehomed. And Ryan Dean, the boy's mother, Orrin and Orson's mother, she said, like, I just want my kids back, da da da. And it's not giving, especially after everything I'm looking at, it's not giving her kids was removed because she did X, Y, and Z. It's making no sense. And again, why wouldn't they be sent to next of kin? Why do they get literally shipped off to a whole nother family? Once kids are legally Adopted CPS is no longer involved. See, but Tracy, the difference with the West family is, remember, they had 2 other foster children in the home. So ideally, CPS would still be involved to a certain extent to monitor those other 2 boys. So did they ever see patterns? Like, how are these people getting away with this type of stuff? That's my only question. I know that they wouldn't be involved with Orrin and Orson per se, but they still had 2 other foster children in the home as well. My daughter's biological mother didn't want no parts of her. See, that's so sad, Tracy. That is sad. I couldn't imagine not being a part of my extensions, but I really, if I ever was to adopt or foster anyone, I love children enough that I don't even have to birth them to care for them and love for them. And I just couldn't imagine. I couldn't. Yeah, I'm definitely going to update you guys. I'm going to be doing some digging, and I'm going to try to either go live again or do a video for y'all, because this is crazy. No, when they are fostering them, social workers supposed to be heavily involved or vetting them and visiting the kids often. And that's why I'm like, I wonder if, because remember how when I wrapped up my previous live on this, there is a lot of information that we don't know, but I do believe that they probably did, question the people that were monitoring the 2 foster boys, and they probably had to say, like, oh, when I went on Wednesday and when I went the next month, no, I didn't see the boys. Well, where were, was there any mention? Da, 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 da. Like, I believe that they have some heavy evidence that is gonna be detrimental. But if this other family cannot track down their sons, and the last known place that they were alive was with the West, this is getting crazy. If they are some type of low-key serial killers, and it's not far-fetched. I think CPS stays involved for a period of time. That is why someone said that they were having a visit soon, allegedly. This new story, like, literally, I still cannot, like, close my mouth and wrap my head around this, because now I have so many questions, and to a certain extent, it has to be somewhat valid, because ain't nobody on the news just gonna pick up this story and just interview this lady. She must have evidence that she cannot find her children alive, and she has no idea where they are. If these sick people really did this to another set of boys, and just remember how they spoke about Orrin and Orson. Oh, they're gonna be rambunctious. They're gonna be hyper. Like, it's kind of as if they talk with an undertone of being annoyed and, like, frustrated with them. It's like, do y'all have a problem with kids, even though y'all foster kids? Like, that's what I'm getting. I'm not getting I love children vibes from y'all. And I get that some people aren't necessarily forthcoming with their love for kids and be like, I just love kids, because that can be weird as well to some. But you don't just be like, yeah, they're rambunctious. Like, and then they drive around in that damn creepers van with tinted windows. They never let the kids play outside. Like, why are y'all so goddamn mean? Why? I'm getting very mean vibes. I have to remember the lady's name. Her name was something weird. Because I'm going to be looking this up, because this is heartbreaking. This is really, really heartbreaking. Yes, I agree, India. A lot of people foster kids for just the money and treat these kids horribly, never get them dressed properly, talk to them poorly. Children, it's just like, the science experiment where you have you treat like a plant, like you have 2 plants. You have a plant that you neglect and you don't care for, and you watch how it dies. But you have this plant that you maybe sing to every day and is very nice and give compliments, and you see how big the plant grows. That is very much the same thing for children. These are growing, living people that thrive off Love. Love is like the highest frequency. Compliments, that is what they thrive for, because remember the environment that they are grown in. Children are really grown in a womb, a lovable womb, like something that we would never ever fathom. Even though some of us are mothers, I still don't know what they was doing in there, but they heard heartbeats. They were very much so sheltered and protected. And growing up, you still need that. And I don't understand why these people take in these children and don't even help them, or it's not even nice. Like, it's really weird. Amanda said, I wonder if they fostered them just for the money. I read where their primary income came from the state of. Yes, yes. A lot of people don't do anything but foster. Like, that is their main job. And yeah, they can roll in a pretty penny. And that would explain why they were fine with having 6 kids. Yes, them vans, and it was scary. And like the man said, they parked it right in front of their house, never moved it. You couldn't see from the front door or anything. Like, y'all have stuff to hide. Y'all are weird. It takes a lot of background checks before you can adopt a child. Maybe they did it for the money. Yeah, and see, a lot of people can pass a background check if you think about it, because your background check isn't going to necessarily say that you have a potty mouth and that you're mean to kids. It just looks to see if you're a felon, a criminal, things like that. But a lot of people can switch those lights on and off. I do too, India. That's why I played the video clip earlier of the neighbor saying those kids never played outside. And the one day that they played outside with the dog named Chalk, they go missing. The one day. Y'all kept them kids locked up. No, I haven't, India. Where can I watch it? I'll look it up. Broken Hearts documentary. Broken Hearts. Let me see. Oh, it's on Discover Plus. Okay, yeah, I can watch it. It examines the systematic failures leading up to the deaths of 6 adopted Black children in 2018. Girl, Indy, you about to have me up all night crying. You are about to have me up crying. Ugh, I cannot. And they were still scrapped for money. The same realtor who said that he only had 2 kids, he said he had 4, had just gotten $5K from that realtor. They would foster all day if they were yes, and a lot of them. This is not far-fetched. This is. Let me find. I'm gonna get my daughter. She's on my iPad, but it's linked to my phone. And she over here texting people. Just BAD, just texting away. I should show y'all the picture of what she just sent. Let me find. I'm gonna find this lady's name and I'm gonna look her up, because my question is, did she know that her kids was always or was last known with the West family before the kids went missing? Was this something she just found out after the indictment? Like, how did that work? Because the boys have been missing since 2020. So it's weird that she would just come forward now. I'm not sure if she just found out about it, if she been and knew this and somebody's just finally listening to her. So I'm going to do a lot more digging, y'all. I did not want to hold y'all up. I just wanted y'all to watch that news clip. And we're going to come back with more details about this alleged mother who cannot find her children and don't believe that they are alive, and is pleading for proof of heartbeat, is what it's called, proof of heartbeat. So I will come back for y'all later. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and like the video on your way out.
And thank you. Oh yeah, thank you, Ms. Marcel. Yo, all props to you. And just be you doing what you doing. And you got a voice.